India is full of COVIDiots, but also of COVID heroes. And that's the reason why here on India Today, we don't want to just show you what's negative. We want to show you that for every COVIDiot that exists in this country, wantonly violating COVID rules, like these funeral attendees in Badaयूं, Uttar Pradesh yesterday, on the left-hand side of your screen, there is at least one COVID hero doing selfless work in this country, like young Mohammed, who works for an MNC bank in Bengaluru, but takes the time out to go out on a mercy mission to help cremate the dead of Bengaluru city. Selfless service by heroes versus the selfish violations of COVIDiots. This is something. This is two pictures that I don't want you to forget as we continue to tell you that this is a country of COVIDiots, but it is also a country of COVID heroes. Take a look at the story of Mohammed. Mohammed Azmat, a top manager with an MNC bank, has today lost count of the number of COVID dead bodies he has transported from hospitals to crematoriums and burial grounds. He tells us that it is well over 100 since he began to volunteer his time from the first wave onwards. He's part of the many volunteers with the Mercy Mission, a coalition of NGOs working for COVID-19 relief in Bengaluru. Mohammed's company has permitted him to do this work. He says that today he's volunteering almost full-time and does his day job whenever he gets the time. When we met him, he was just back from transporting the body of a woman who had died from COVID.
She had no one to do the last rites. So we took that body, we took it to the crematorium. I lit the fire.
You lit the fire?
I lit the fire. So I was the son. I have been a son, I have been a brother, I have been whoever. So we are the family. That's what drives us.
Azmat says he's seen cases where family members will not come forward after someone passes away.
I feel it's a very sad thing to do, of course, but I still feel my life has been of some value and worth to have been there for these people where they have no one.
Trying to find a bed in 4 hospitals, the longest of our halt.
But how does he manage to remain sane after witnessing all of this firsthand?
Even all of this, I still go back home, whatever time I get, about an hour or two. I'm a power lifter by, I don't know, by choice or by grit or by blood. So we train, we take our minds off from what we're facing on the ground. But then again, the other factor, how we maintain sanity, is a simple question. If it was my own family, if it was my own father or mother, would we just give up because we can't handle it anymore?
India salutes this COVID hero and his big heart. With Nolan Pinto in Bengaluru, Bureau Report, India Today. And while you have the massive COVID violations in different parts of the country, you had heroes like Mohammed Azmat, who you just heard. But let's show you the other side in those two pictures that I showed you now. Uttar Pradesh's Badaयूं, during a funeral procession of a religious leader yesterday. The cleric Abdul Hamid Mohammad Salimul Qadri died on Sunday afternoon. But take a look at his funeral procession. How does something like this happen? How is it even allowed to happen by local administrations in Badaयूं in Uttar Pradesh? Needless to say, no social distancing, no masks, absolutely no respect for lives and livelihood in this sickening funeral procession. Sentiments have their place, traditions have their place, respect for religious leaders have their place. But when the country is bleeding and dying, how can this be permitted? The Uttar Pradesh police has filed cases against unknown people under the Epidemics Act.